Sidney Powell is trying to fight back against a federal judge in the state of Michigan who last fall actually, issued sanctions against Powell and 8 of her co-counsels for filing frivolous election challenge lawsuits. Now, Powell could face disbarment because of the penalties that this judge has put in place. And Powell is now challenging that, saying that this judge was out to get them by painting Powell and her 8 co-counsels as Powell puts it, overwrought, dangerous lunatics. I mean, if the shoe fits, right? I mean, isn't that kind of the situation we're dealing with here? Like, they made me look like a crazy person. Okay, well, you look like a crazy person. Not saying you are, but I'm saying you look like an overwrought, dangerous lunatic. I think that is a pretty accurate descriptor of how your behavior has been for the last 15 months. You're the one who said you were going to release the Kraken. And then, of course, last week you admitted, well, maybe the Kraken doesn't exist. But you don't go out there and say, I'm going to release the Kraken, and then get to be sad when you think people think that you're a lunatic. Okay? You know, you kind of reap what you sow there. And if all you project onto the public is this image of a person who's, you know, maybe a couple of screws have come loose there, I don't know. But yeah, you don't get to be upset about that. You're the one who's put this image out there to the public. You're the one who got yourself sued for $1.3 billion by Dominion Voting Systems by pushing these conspiracy theories that everybody with a brain knows are false. Nobody made you do that. You made that decision on your own. And now you got to live with the consequences. I love the fact that the Republican Party for years and years and years is telling us we're the party of personal responsibility. If you're poor, it's because you made stupid decisions. You get to live with that. If you're in jail, it's because you committed crimes and you got to live with that. You got to own up to your mistakes. And yet every time they get caught doing something, they're like, oh, this is so unfair. I'm being unfairly persecuted. Nothing is my fault. All the bad things happen to me. Everybody should pity me because I'm just a poor little victim here. You're not. You filed these lawsuits with no evidence whatsoever, which is why every single one of them was thrown out of court. And now you're facing the consequences of that. You don't get to file these knowingly false lawsuits with no information behind them. You know, as I actually talked about last week, her lawyers went and, made a filing saying that, hey, people do believe what she's saying and maybe it's true. We don't know. Therefore, you can't punish her for it. So that, in effect, is admitting that, hey, yeah, this is probably not true, but people believe it, so why not, right? In many states in the United States, it is against the law to file a knowingly frivolous lawsuit. Basically, you cannot make a claim in a lawsuit that you know is false. I couldn't file a lawsuit for damages saying, my neighbor shot me in the head. Well, he didn't. And I know that, and I would get in trouble with the law for filing a lawsuit on that. It's no different than what Powell and her 8 co-counsels did in Michigan. They didn't have the evidence, they couldn't back up any other claims, but they made them anyway in a lawsuit, and now they're facing justice for it. And all Powell can do is sit there and whine that, oh me, oh my, I look like a dangerous lunatic. And if you do, Sidney, it's because you did it to yourself. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.